Damian Lillard dropped a cool 51 last night in the Blazers' win over the Sixers. It was Dame's 5th game with at least 50 points this season. You know, only 8 players in NBA history have done that ever. And the names on that list are like, MJ, Wilt, Kareem, and Damian Lillard. And by the way, he is far from done this season. His scoring outburst came just one day after Dame missed 2 free throws with a chance to put the Blazers up with 18.6 seconds left against the Clippers. That shark music is appropriate because we got a little sharky behavior from the Clippers bench. Patrick Beverley enjoyed every second of that. Listen to Dame after.
Asking me about Patrick Beverley, who I sent him home before at the end of a game. Paul George just got sent home by me last year in the playoffs. So they know that the reason they're reacting like that is because of what they expect from me, which is a sign of respect. And it just shows what I've done.
So I'm just taking you through. That was Saturday night, and in response, Damian said, hey, I sent those guys home. PG posted on social media, and you're getting sent home this year. To which Damian replied, keep switching teams, running from the grind. Your boy's chumps. So Perk, after all that, and then last night, the 51, did Dame drop the mic, Perk, on PG and the Clippers last night?
Did he drop the mic? Rachel, he gave them straight bars. You talking about a 51-piece wing dinner, lemon pepper, straight from Magic City. One thing about Damian Lillard, listen, he don't hold back, but he always is going to deliver. He's one of the most clutch players in the NBA. And to me, he's arguably the second best scorer right after James Harden. Dame Lillard is special. And I don't care, he's one guy that is not going to backpedal. He's not going to go back on his word. He'll go at you on Twitter. He don't care. But you know one thing about Dame Dollar, he's going to back it up. Period, point blank. Dame Dollar, he dropped them bars last night. That's what he did.
Listen, you don't even need to give a player like Dame extra motivation, being that he's from the town, Oaktown, which a lot of people didn't know that I'm from, too. I'm from the town, so I know how he felt. I know how he felt going into that. He was like, all right, you know what?
Inglewood.
No, I was born in the town, raised in the wood. But listen, I know how he felt. And that was like, ooh, that wasn't trouble for the Clippers. That might be a sign of trouble for the Lakers right there, because they just lit another match under this guy. And if the Blazers get into the playoffs, watch out. Watch out, Lakes. I don't know, because this kid, he's motivated. He said he didn't come to the bubble just for 8 games either. So, 51 going into the playoffs with 2 more games.
That's next level, Paul. So Paul Pierce positing that the Clippers actually motivated Dame so he'll be more equipped to beat the Lakers. That is next level. You're playing chess, Paul Pierce, not checkers.
That might have been by design, because the Clips want to light that fire so he can get at them Lakers. I don't know. It might have been by design. Man, look at this.
Well, I will say this. I talked to Dame after the game last night, and I asked him, when was it that he realized that he liked it when the pressure was on it? He liked it when he was down and had to fight back. And he said it went all the way back to when he was 14. He was playing an AAU tournament, and they were down by 20, and he realized the ball was in his hands, and it was only up to him to lead him back. And he did it in that game, and he said he loved the feeling. He started jonesing on it. And then all throughout that tournament, he started doing it more and more. And he even liked the feeling of being down a little bit. And I know, Paul, you can relate to this because you're this kind of scorer, too. He liked being challenged. What's that like for a player when they feel like, oh, this is not me between a rock and a hard place. This is actually when I'm at my best.
This is just Dame constantly going out having to prove himself. He's been an underdog his whole life. You got to understand, he wasn't a highly recruited high school player, went to a smaller college, so he's always been the underdog. And now he's getting his just due in the league. He's taking it out on the league his whole career. And so I know that feeling.
Yes.
I've been the underdog myself. I was projected to be a top 5 pick, went number 10. I was passed up on teams where I should have probably been picked. So I understand that underdog feeling, and it never goes away. It's going to be there until he retires, and he feels like I have to prove something every time out.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.